What you tell me about the Bible tells me everything about you and nothing about the text. Hey, I'm Dr. Nan. I'm a religionist, ancient historian, and mythologist, and I teach in the College of Liberal Arts. And just a reminder, my PhD is actually in biblical studies with a focus on ancient Near Eastern history and archaeology. The biblical text has such a long and complicated history, spanning thousands of years, going into oral tradition being recorded in Genesis and possibly some of the other books, into stuff that was written down as it was being produced by, say, the prophets, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah. But even those books were rearranged, added to. Isaiah might have upwards of 3 or 4 different authors. Isaiah, Deutero-Isaiah, Third Isaiah, and there may even be a 4th person in there mucking about. And we know that the texts are in different orders, and we know that the texts have been messed with, redacted, edited, added to, reordered, reorganized, etc. through time, because we have 2 text traditions, the Septuagint Greek tradition and the Masoretic Hebrew tradition. So through at least several hundred years in that case, the text continued to evolve. Now, when you're looking at these theological positions that people take, they're picking and choosing, they're cherry picking the text. You could come up with a position supporting slavery, and you can find a way to support that in the biblical text, especially if you're willing to go to the Old Testament. If you want to support an anti-slavery position, you can support that in the biblical text. In fact, around the time of the Civil War, both pro-slavery and abolitionists were using the Bible to support their position. So no matter what your position is, there's a way to do it. Sometimes you're going to have to go through Simone Biles levels of gymnastics mentally to do it, but people do it anyway. You want to be pro-LGBT? You want to be anti-LGBT? You want to be pro-women's rights? You want to be anti-women's rights? You want to take the vote away from women? You want to get rid of abortion? You want to get rid of women's freedom in general? You can support that in the text. You can also support the opposite. Your priorities on author, your priorities on interpretation, your particular translation of the text. If you're using the King James, your argument's already out. You're done. It's not the greatest translation. That translation emphasized form and language and politics over actual translation. There are problems. There are all kinds of problems, historical problems, textual problems, editing and redaction problems. So the next time you tell someone about the Bible, just remember you're revealing more about your own ideas and what you believe than you are about your sacred text. Until next time, stay curious, keep asking questions. Read different translations of the Bible and pay attention to the notes, because there's a lot in there that's not clear, and translators are doing the best they can. And I'll catch you next time.